The 2024 Polyglot Gathering is brought to you by Glossica.
Okay, I think we can start. Podemos comenzar con nuestra última presentación de ese Polyglot Gathering 2024, con la presentación de Brenda Liliana Ruvalcaba Montoya, Dance and Sign Language, Danza y Lengua de Señas. Y pueden mandar sus preguntas en slido.com. Sí.
Okay, one more time. Hello, everybody. How are you? My name is Brandy Ruvalcaba. My sign name is an smiling dancer. I'm from Guadalajara, Mexico, and I'm a dancer. But which I need to present like this. Okay, my real name, like Rafa said before, is Brenda Liliana Ruvalcaba Montoya. That's the name that my parents put me when I was born. So when they baptized me, they put a new name. But after I told you, my name is Brandy, okay? This is my artistic name. When I am on the stage, I have an artistic name like a dancer and like a magician. But my true name, which means that name means the name that deaf community give me when they adopt me. So the name that I am before, like Brenda, like Brandy, doesn't mean nothing for deaf people. But why? Because deaf people listen with eyes. So my name, like a Brandy, doesn't mean nothing. They need to know me. And after that they know me, little by little, they give me a new name. So in this case, my name is a smiling dancer. This is the name that they don't say me, oh, Brandy, I have something, I need a question. No, they told me, hey, a smile dancer, come here. And why they give you a sign? This is the sign for sign in Mexican Sign Language. I speak Spanish, but I speak in this moment English, but I sign in Mexican Sign Language, or LSM, okay? So, this is important because when they give you your new name, means that they know you and they accept you to the deaf community. But how they choose this new name depends of your characteristic. For example, could be about your physical characteristic, about your personality, about your work, your knowledge. Depends a lot of things. Depends that the deaf people, see in you. For example, maybe you can use glass. And maybe your name is Anna. So your name, this is the A, this is the N, and this is the A, Anna. Maybe if you use glass and your name is Anna, maybe they put with A this. Why? Because you use glass. Maybe, could be. Or maybe you have like a rulos, tienes como chinitos en tus cabellos, and my hair is red, and this is the B letter, I'm Brandy. Maybe it could be like this, Brandy. But in my case, they put me like this, smiling dancer. Why? Because I'm a smiling dancer. Okay? So why is this important? Introduce this. Okay, because this talk is about sign language and dance. Which are the difference and the similarities between these? Okay. First, I want to show you about the topics that I speak during the talk, okay? Like index. So I speak, can you listen me? Well, no, sorry. But okay, yeah, it's okay, okay, thank you. Okay, I introduce myself and I say about the baptism, el bautismo en la comunidad sorda. Now, we speak with mouth, with hands, and with body, okay? After will be about the parameters, formational parameters in sign language, which mean that, okay? The next will be the mind, my perspective in dance and sign language, how I can combine this. After, how my mind, like a dancer, can see the sign language. After, I talk about the different examples between dance and sign language. And this is very beautiful and important topic, aesthetic about dance through the sign language. Okay? And some more examples about how I look dance with sign language and difference between both of them, and like I call the dance poetry. Okay? So, we start before with the baptism in the community, that I say that I'm the same person, but I have 3 different names that I explained before of you. Okay, now, this is important. Well, all is this important. When you don't have voice, you can speak. You can hear, neither. What do you have in this moment? You have hands. And your hands can communicate different things. And you have your body. So if you have your body, you can tell more things than when you don't speak. So this is dangerous in some occasions because you don't want to tell something, but your body speak more than you want that your body speak. Okay, so careful with that. Okay? So, what happened in this moment? Dance doesn't have voice, neither. Then, have movement. The similarities between dance and sign language are movement. So, we can dance with our hands. We can express with our body, with our feelings, with our sensations. And this is very, very important because dance maybe don't say nothing, but depends your movement, your feelings. In this moment, dance can explain a lot of things. Okay. There are a topic that, for example, when we speak a new language or our native language, we need at least a lot of things like vocabulary, grammatic, calligraphy, orthography, suffixes, prefixes, a lot of different things. Well, do you know that sign language, have a lot of these things too? Sign language have a grammatic, have a vocabulary, have verbs, have a lot of things that we use. Sign language is not only gestuality, it's not only expression. It is, of course it is, but it's not only expression, okay? So for this, it's the same. When the, can I take the other microphone for move a little? It's in the seat, on your seat. Thank you, Rafa. So, when we were children, our teachers tell that letters have a movement. For example, in Korean community, they have signs like strongs in this position, horizontal position, vertical position, and circular position. All the Hangul is with these letters, okay? Or the same for Arabic letters. They have the own, like this, or kanjis, or wherever. Each alphabet have the signs. But in Spanish, we have A, E, and etc. No? A, E, E. But what happened if we don't put this strong here? If we put only this, what happened? What changed? Not the same. So if we forget put one strong, is other different letter. Okay, with sign language happen exactly the same thing. If you don't do exactly the movement, you say other thing. Absolutely other thing. And there are a lot of funny things that you can say and you don't notice, but deaf community can notice and like do something like oh ha ha ha, or I'm sorry for this guy. Okay, so this is called formational parameters of sign. I need to tell you that we have more than 300 different sign language around the world. But the formational parameters are the same. And which are these formational parameters of the sign? Well, we have the first is queirema. Queirema is the way that you put your hand. Your hand could be open, closed, this. But which is the form of your hand? This is called queirema. For example, I will tell you the seña de búho, the owl. This bird who is very intelligent, owl. This is the sign for owl. Why? Because owl have a big eyes and like como estos pelitos aquí. This is the sign for owl. And this is the sign for butterfly, okay? But in this case, with this sign, if you close your fingers, or you do something like that, this is not an owl. It's different. So you need this position, okay? Next is called movement or kinema, okay? Movement. Which is the movement of my hand? In this moment, is in this position. It's not this. It's not this. It's this movement, okay? Next is lugar o toponema, the place around your body. We have 4 places. This is my space for speak with deaf people, okay? I can use around my hair, my body, my arms. I don't need to speak in this position or in this position. It's this, like a TV screen, okay? So in which of this space I put this sound, this sign? Here, in front of my eyes, not here, not here. Different positions change the meaning of the sign and change the meaning of the significance that you say, okay? The other. The orientation of your palm is not the same if your palm is in front or in back or down or up. In this case, is one palm in front of the other palm. It's not here, it's not here. Which are the palm view, one in front each other, okay? The next is called kinoprosema, the direction that you will be to the movement. In which direction you do? Up and down, up and down. No, back and from, back and from. No like this. It's always this position. The next is the direction that you do. Direction is the same. Which direction? Like this? Because we can do this same movement, but not like this, not like this. In which position is here? So it's very interesting how all these formational parameters come was born the sign. Each sign has at least 5 of these 6 components, because the 6 is the expression. This is the sign for expression. So it's not the same that you do something like and don't express nothing. I told you at the beginning of this talk, deaf people listen with eyes. So they need the expression of your face and the expression of your body for understand well, okay? So obviously not all these signs have an expression. For example, if I only say the A, B, C, my expression is neutral. But if I need to express that I am good, this is the sign in Mexican Sign Language for good. How are you? I'm good, thank you. My expression. But if I say, I'm good, thank you, are you really, you are good? Maybe you are bad. Okay, so the expression is very important in sign language, in all sign language, not only in Mexican Sign Language, in all sign language. Okay? Okay, now my perspective about dance is that when you speak with your hands, you need to put your movement too. You need to connect your brain with your hands, with your body, with your feelings, with your sensations all the time. They can't be separate. They need to be together. They need to have a connection. Okay, which is my propose is that if you can feel your body when you dance or when you do yoga or when you do something of these things, then you can transport for communicate with sign language. It's very common that when you start to learn sign language, people, for example, say the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and this is neutral, is relaxed. But if you say A, B, C, D, is this saying that if you speak like a rap or like a B, C? So which kind of movement you put on your hand? Tranquility with peaceful. And they can receive the message. So it's important to help with movements, with feelings, and transport to our hands, okay? And when I propose that the creation of a memoria neuromuscular, we have all this in our bodies. For example, in this moment when we are sitting, maybe we are in this position, or in this position, or in this position. All this is created through the life. And your body is habituated to do the same thing every time, every day, okay? What happens when you dance, your body can communicate more things. When you practice your language with your hands, you can improve your expression. It's not only learn the kinema, prosoponema, places, it's improve the express, the essential of movement. Okay, now I can give you some examples with dance and sign language. In dance, this is a step called arabes, okay? The name is arabes, okay? If you can see, I can do the same movement, long and elegant. But now look, the same movement is strong and quickly. It's the same movement. It's exactly the same movement. But I only changed the quality of movement. Happen the same with the hands. If you change the quality of movements of your hands, you say, yes, the word, but the expression changed the meaning of the message. Okay? For example, if you can put this position in your hands, and this is the F, the letter F for flower. So this is the sign for flower in Mexican Sign Language. Why? Because you smell like a beautiful flower. But if you do the same configuration, but you do something like oh, I have a mosquito or something in my noise. For that, it's important to do with the intention. The same like the Arabes. The Arabes or Arabes. Which do you want to express to the world, okay? The second is friend. The sign for friend in Mexican Sign Language is this. Why? Because your friend can support you. It's your friend, okay? But if your friend is not trustworthy, no es confiable, the intention is different. But if your friend is really sure for you, it's with intention. My friend, you are my friend. My friend, are you sure? I have doubts about that. My friend, okay? For example, in dance we have circular movements, okay? And what means circular movements in dance? Circular movements in dance means connection with the world and with the infinite. So we have, for example, 3 kinds of movements like rond de jambe or círculo de la pierna, or we have pirouettes, or we have soutenus, okay? This is a rond de jambe, this is a pirouette, and this is a soutenu. Okay? I involve my body. I convoke to the infinite to connect my body with the earth and with the sky. Okay? So, this is the sign for beautiful in Mexican Sign Language and in others. Beautiful. But if you only do something like that, doesn't mean nothing. You need put little by little, finger by finger, each one of your fingers. And then you can mean that you are beautiful. Your message is beautiful. Change the thing that means, no? If you do something like that, or you put intention at the sign. There are in dance, in tango, called baldosas. Baldosas is a step that is infinitive, never finish, okay? The step is this. Okay? I never close the step, it's infinitive. So, in sign language, we have infinitive movements. For example, sing. The sign for sing is this. It's not good, it's not, no. It's this. This, I'm singing, okay? I'm singing, no, maybe you put a stop on your song, okay? Change the meaning, change the expression, okay? The other is called chassé, okay? Chassé in ballet, in classical ballet, gives tributes to Rey 14 from France. Rey 14 or Rey Sol loves the ballet, the classical ballet. So in tribute for this queen, people put the name chassé, because in French, chassé means cacería, hunt. So the first, this is the step of chassé. I put first with my hands. The first feet start here, and could be the fox. And the second foot could be the dog, who want to reach to the dog. That's the reason that's called chassé. And this is the step chassé. First and second. If you can see, a slice through the floor. So in sign language, we have sliding signs. For example, family. The word for family is this. One more time, the deaf people love this configuration, okay? This is for family. And family, slide through your arm. It's not this, it's sliding the movement, okay? Other sliding movement is this. This means old man. Why? Like a Merlin, you know, with a long beard. So it's not this. It's a sliding the movement, okay? The next is very interesting because, for example, in classical dance, when you see the ballerinas dancing, they have an sternocleidomastoideo, this muscle for here. And they really show the neck very elegant way. So the position of the head is very important in sign language too. For example, in Mexican Sign Language for say mama, mom, is with the M, this is the M, and this is mom. Why this position? Because when you was born, your mom can protect you and hug you, and you put your head in the shoulder of your mom, like this. The expression is important too. I feel sure when I feel that my mom hugged me. So I need to do the expression, the intention of my body, okay? And this is not exist officiality in the formational parameters of sign, but I want to propose. And it's about the aesthetic. It's about all things that I speak before. The important about your body, your posture, your expression, but combine all this together. So, for example, the sign for the dolphin, is really beautiful. This is the letter D, okay? Like dolphin, like delphin. And you can imagine that your other arm are the sea. And dolphins can play on the sea, okay? But it's different if you only say to the students or to the people, this is dolphin. It's like, okay, dolphin. But why? If you explain, if you put in their brains the full idea that the deaf people can see, can listen with the eyes, is different how you can show the words. I was working with dolphins some years ago, and it's really great the sensation that they have because they are like aquatic dogs. They are always happy, and the movement is really, really slowly, pacific. So in my case, I want to feel first. I suggest that you try to imitate to the animal, for example. After I feel it on my body, I can reproduce on my hands. This is my suggestion that maybe they could integrate the aesthetics. Not only will be 6 parameters formational, but will be 7. It's my opinion, but I think it's very important for create more expressions through the communication. Okay, now I can share with you how I combine sign language with dance. Well, like sounds, dancing and doing sign language, okay? But how? Okay. I could put, I share with you 3 different videos, but before of this, I want to explain more or less about what is. The first example will be elegant and slowly. It's a little part of a video that I made the past year in Amsterdam, in Netherlands in general, and I do the combination at the same time, dance, but with position of my hands with little Netherlands sign language. This will be in the first example, okay? On the second example, I put something quickly and energy, okay? So in this second example, you will see different, first I dance, and after I put my body on position, and I start to do the song. I start to sing the song with the hands, but not only like this, but with movement, okay? And in the third example will be with different sign language, at the same time, the expression, okay? So now I put. So this is, I'm combined here the sign language and the dance at the same time. The full song could be on my YouTube channel, and the sound is Ik hou van jou, I love you in Netherlands. Okay, in this second, I do first the quickly steps for separate, but I maintain the rate of my body all the time, and after explain, what about is this song? I told you that you are my favorite person in this moment. That's my favorite person, and it's beautiful to start with you. I can't start without you. And in the end example, I have different sign language, Mexico, American, and Brazilian. It's a song about children's song called The Wishes. Are different sign, but expression is the same. Why? Because the message is the same. And I put dance, like classical ballet, and after I return to the sign language. Okay, but which is the difference between sign language and dance? Well, the difference is that sign language and spoken language, you need to have a message. Tienes que tener un mensaje. But with dance, the message is your body. You are the message. When I dance, I am the message. I am the message. So this is really, really important. So you can learn this phrase in all languages. ¿No? Cuando bailas, todo tu cuerpo se convierte en el mensaje. Tú eres el mensaje. Esa es la principal diferencia que encuentro entre el Mexican Sign Language, bueno, en todas las lenguas de señas, Sign Language, and Speaking Language. Okay, and for the end. What happens when you are the message? When you are the message, it's not only movement for movement. You need movement, but with the same, with intention, with feelings, with expression. And when you can reach this, then becomes in dance poetry. Okay? Thank you very much for listening this talk. If you have some question, I'm open for us for put on Slido. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, in the beginning you were showing signs for smiling dancer.
Yeah.
And I got confused because I think you showed for smiling this. Like this for smiling and this for dancer.
Oh, yes, yes.
Because like Spanish, you changed order.
Change grammatic. Sign language doesn't have the same grammatic that when you speak. For example, in general, because this is a great topic difference, but I can tell you with a pleasure. For example, in Spanish, we have the subject and verb and the complements. But in another language, like Latin, for example, the verb is at the end. Do you know? In sign language, it's the same. In some kind of some language, the verb is at the end. So the grammatic change. That's the reason that I say a smiling dancer, because my sign, they put me first dancing and after smiling. But when I told you in a spoken language, it's weird if I say dancing, smile. It's like I change the meaning. That's the reason that I do different, the opposite sign.
Okay.
Because the grammatic change. Thank you for your question.
Could you tell us something about the grammar, about past, present, and future?
Yes, of
Could you
course.
say anything about it?
Yes, of course. For express about the times in sign language, it's not necessary conjugar verbos. Yay! Okay? You only need to create the full idea. For example, I start when happened the action. This is Monday, lunes, okay? So when happened? The past lunes, the past lunes, the past Monday. When will it happen? The next Monday. So we put our hands like in past, or in future, or today. This is like today, Monday, for example. Yes.
So this means that you start your whatever you want to explain by saying when it's happening, and then you
start in general
to
words
put it in the context.
to biggest to little. The most important thing, and after the complements. Who are the action? Is me?
When
Or
and
is
who,
your dog?
yeah.
Or is your mom, for example, is me. Me. What happened with me? I can put, for example, in Spanish, I can say, yo voy al cine. I will go to the cinema. But I can say the same in the same order in sign language. I need to put first me, and after what? Cinema. Because you can close the options. If I say, I go, there are a lot of options. You can go. Cinema, park, school, theater. After, you say when. If you go together with other people or alone, you explain the all complements at the end. And you can put one more time the verb, only to be sure that you are give the correct message. So you can repeat the verb twice. You can put the verb, and after, at the end, close one more time with the verb. For sign language, it's not enough, repeat the things. It's better that you can explain a lot of things, okay?
We have some questions on slide also. If you could read them and answer
Okay, the
them.
first is, how difficult is to sign in Mexican Sign Language while speaking English? It's easy to sign while speaking. No, it's the same. It's difficult. This is for difficult, like a gusano in your brain. This is difficult, okay? It's difficult to sign and think at the same time in another language and do and change the words on your brain. It's not easy, but I like to do. In general, not all people do that. In general, one people speak and other do sign. But in my case, I really love do that. I enjoy do it. I start to learn sign language in 2007 autodidactly, but because I'm a dancer. So I want to improve, and I want to learn a lot of things that for me are like a dance. I do magic because for me, the cards movements through the tappet for a magician hands are dancing. I work it with dolphins because for me, dolphins dancing. And I do sign language because for me, it's like a dancing. So for me, all is dancing. Yeah. Rafa and Maria have a question.
I'll say it in, it's about, voy a decirlo en español.
Sí, sí.
Que sí, lo que has dicho sí, pero me parece que a mí me gustaría entonces saber si es más difícil hablar lengua de signos mexicana, como estás haciendo ahora, mientras hablas en... O sea, ¿sería más fácil si hicieras la lengua de signos mexicana hablando español?
Sí, por
que
supuesto.
Hablando inglés?
Por supuesto.
¿O para ti es igual la dificultad?
No es igual. Cambia porque a lo mejor el inglés y el español tienen la misma gramática y no cambiaría tanto que si a lo mejor estoy haciendo, no sé, alemán, que también tiene los verbos como separados.
O sea, es más fácil en español. So
es más fácil en español y hacer la lengua de signos.
You can answer in English now for everyone, so it would be easier, would have been easier.
Es más difícil, exacto.
Easier to speak Spanish at the same time than English. But
es un reto para mí, pero quise intentarlo. Yeah, exactly. Okay, the next question is there some overlap between sign language or different countries? Yes, we have a lot, more than 300 sign language around the world, and it's not the same. For example, I speak Spanish in Mexico, and in Argentina I speak Spanish, and Spain I speak Spanish, but they don't have the same sign language. Other that in different countries we have more than one sign language. In Mexico, we have 4 sign language. We have Mexican sign language, we have Purépecha sign language, we have Mayan sign language, and we have Sign Spanish, or Español Signado. Okay? Next, what is the name of your YouTube channel? It's like my name, Brandy Ruvalcaba, and I have something of these things with sign language, dance, and other things. The same like my name, Brandy Ruvalcaba. Is the same sign for letter A in many languages or not? Because many have A. Okay, yes and not is the same. Like, for example, in spoken language, we have Romance language and Slavic language. So they have some similarities in some kind of words, but in another it's not the same. But A, for example, this is in Mexican Sign Language, is with your fat finger open, but American Sign Language and International Sign Language is like this. So change only by this. It's a little detail, but it's important. No. And other important thing, we have regionalismos in sign language too. So maybe in a city means one thing, but in another city in the same country, change. The same like the spoken language. So it's not like mandatory that this is E and this is, no, could be changed. So be patient, be tolerant with the others. It's not like, you are bad. No, you are not. You are different conception, and it's okay. Don't worry for that. You are learning more things like we are in this moment. We speak with different regionalismos too. Okay. Do you think sign language or dancing could possibly make language teaching classroom different? Obviously, yes. Obviously, yes. Dance can change the world, not only the classroom, not only the class. If you know yourself, you can improve all the things that you do. You can be more disciplined. You can be more conscious about your posture. In this moment, you can improve your health because it's not the same. This position or your back is really painful. That this position. It's not this position on your face all the time, that this position on your face all the time. We have muscle in our face. We need to work it. These muscles too, okay? Okay? Thank you very much for coming to my talk. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Muchas gracias. This is muchas and gracias. It's like this. Gracias. And claps. This is claps. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.